Hey everyone, it's Flak. DICE General Manager Oscar Gabrielson recently announced the release of Battlefield 5 will be delayed a month to November. Initially slated to release on October 19th, the game will now be available on November 9th for those with Origin Access, November 16th for those with the Battlefield 5 Deluxe Edition, and November 20th for those with the Standard Edition. Such a change has many fans frustrated and scratching their heads, but there are likely several reasons for this decision. Here are 5 of them. The first 2 reasons outlined by Gabrielson in a press release were final adjustments to core gameplay and to ensure DICE delivers on the potential of Tides of War. He says many core gameplay changes will be visible during Battlefield 5's beta, the date for which remains unchanged and will go live on September 6th. Gabrielson says the additional time lets devs collect and act upon more feedback to create a better experience. Meanwhile, Tides of War is Battlefield 5's live service, which will support the game with free maps and other DLC over the next couple of years or so. DICE have provided few details on that service, leaving many players concerned about the level of support this model can provide. Now, this isn't the first time a Battlefield game has been delayed. Battlefield Hardline was pushed back several months from an October launch window into March of the following year, with devs focusing on technical stability and core gameplay. The delay didn't turn Hardline into a massive success, but it did have a stable launch, something that can't be said for Battlefield 4. I'm not a fan of waiting either, but I'd happily accept a later launch date for Battlefield 5 if it avoids all of the problems we saw with the botched launch of Battlefield 4. Memories of not being able to play the game's single-player mission months after launch still annoy me. The third reason is obviously the elephant in the room. October was a crowded month for new releases, and Battlefield 5 did face some stiff competition. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Fallout 76, and the eagerly awaited Red Dead Redemption 2 are all slated for release in October. Perhaps bumping the game's release date to November gives players more time to let their wallets recover. Games often hold player interest for about 30 days, which means Battlefield 5 hits shelves right at a time when players will be hungry for something new. At a minimum, it avoids a repeat of the Titanfall 2 debacle, which faced such stiff competition that it permanently crippled the game. The delay also gives DICE and EA some more time to properly advertise the game. It's no secret that the marketing around Battlefield 5 has been inconsistent, often non-existent, and in no way acceptable. DICE is struggling with conflicting and confusing messages. I literally cannot tell you what's going to be available at launch and what isn't because the communication has been so muddled. DICE has promised changes and is looking for more ways to be transparent with players, so I expect some clear direction from the devs and EA regarding the game features here in the near future. No information was provided in the press release regarding how the delay will impact features initially promised post-launch. The delay also gives DICE some time to smooth over relations with some players following a contentious showdown over in-game customization and the rather arrogant response of accept it or don't buy the game. Lastly, an additional month also gives DICE time to polish Battlefield 5. I've spent a good deal of time hanging out on the Battlefield 5 Alpha and Beta, and there are a few things that could definitely use some attention. Of course, the builds we played were several months old, so it's entirely possible some of the bigger issues have been addressed. Still, you can never have too much polish. Overall, I'm totally fine with the delay of Battlefield 5 into November. I want a fully featured, stable Battlefield game at launch, and if that takes an extra month, then so be it. I'm curious to know what you think, however. What are your thoughts on the delay to Battlefield 5? Tell me down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date on the latest Battlefield 5 news. If you want to help out the channel, sharing this video on social media like Facebook or Twitter goes a long way to help. And as always, thanks for watching.